Here.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth from this old house. We are here in Penfield, New York, working on a house remodel. Let's talk with our foreman Josh about the work being done here today.
Hi Elizabeth, today we'll be scraping off some black mold off the bathroom ceiling under the sink that was caused by leaking pipes, and we will insulate and re-drywall the attic and basement. We will also carpet the living and family room and tile the bathroom and kitchen floors. We will also be installing a brand new system of piping that senses a few of the leaking pipes called drips, detection and recognition of impaired pipe systems. Joining us will be a member of the Lords of the Brick team that came up with this idea.
Thanks, Josh. Now let's talk with our homeowners, Zach and Sean. Do you have a minute to talk about what's going on here?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, what are your guys' thoughts on drips?
Well, we're very excited about saving money, help not waste water, and saving our lungs. As you know, we had a very bad black mold problem, and it can be deadly, and we got very sick because of it. The leaky pipes caused the mold to grow, and if we would have known any sooner, we could have protected the family, and we could have taken care of the problem sooner.
Wow, well, I'm glad you're better now. So how much money did you spend on the drip system?
The total extra cost was only around $160. $60 for the mini computer called Raspberry Pi that sends in information about the pipes, and about $100 on the wiring and tape.
So do you think it'll be worth the investment?
Definitely yes. If it keeps my family safe, helps save, not waste water, and save our lives, then I definitely think it's worth the investment.
All right, thank you for your input. We will have with us Elliot of the Lords of the Brick when they come back from the break.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even an in-house water park.
I'm so glad we could take this vacation with all the money we saved replacing the pipes ourselves.
Besides, we'll be back in a week. This will be great.
And we covered it. July 12th, 2017. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Welcome back to this old house. Now we will talk to Elliot from the Lords of the Brick, who is here making sure the installation of drips goes well, along with our master plumber, Rich Trethewey.
Hi.
Hi, Elliot. So tell us about the new drip system.
It's pretty simple, actually. The only things you need are this copper wire, insulated tape, and a Raspberry Pi, the electronic kind, not the mine kind. You take the tape and wrap them around the pipe, making sure that the wires from the positive side do not touch the wires in the negative. We wrap the wires tightly around the pipe, about 1 or 2 inches apart from each other. If the water from a leak runs down the pipe, the water will connect the positive and negative, making a closed circuit. The Raspberry Pi will sense the electrical charge, and it will text the owner that there's a possible leak in the pipe.
Why do you need the tape?
If copper pipe touched the wire, it would send a false reading. If you used a PEX pipe, it wouldn't make a difference.
Rich, what do you think of this system?
It's pretty innovative and uses sound principles. The Lords of the Brick asked me to be an expert for the team when they were developing this idea. I told them I thought it was a great idea.
What kind of problems do leaking pipes cause?
Besides wasting huge amounts of water, a precious natural resource, and causing tremendous damage in the house, it can lead to the development of mold.
So one thing that our team found in our research was that moisture trapped in a wall or such a substance is a perfect breeding ground for mold. If you deal with a leaking pipe quickly enough, it will not give the mold enough time to grow.
And you could also hook this system up to automatically shut the water off in home electronically if you needed to. Overall, I think this system creates a lot of value and increases the safety in the home.
Thanks, Rich, and thank you, Elliot, for your team's great idea. Join us next time on This Old House when we put on a new roof, build a new foundation, and install an elevator in the doghouse. Do you have any questions?
I've got it. Sit down and board.
Spread out, guys.
Oh, I love the lights.
We kind of got it to take the lights
So,
here.
my first question is just to clarify like how the solution works. So you're gonna take the copper
Wire.
yeah, and you're gonna wrap it around all the pipes in the house. Is that?
You could do that. The one thing that we found out is a lot of very leaky areas in a house are washing machine, under a sink. in bathroom ceilings, as I mentioned, sorry. what
and
did I
like
say?
all the major components.
Okay.
You could put this in underground pipes. There are two not one really, that runs it into. It's groundwater. When it rains, it could, but you could cover it. This is prototype. This does actually work. We were going to show you, but we got the email that no water, which was
Yeah,
slightly
yeah.
disappointing. So this is a Raspberry Pi. This is programmed to work. I programmed it a few weeks ago. I hope there's not any errors, but it works. So with the copper pipe, you put you could use fabric or tape, and it works the same principle. An unintended consequence was that it will hold water better, but it doesn't make a difference because it will send the text as soon as it senses electrical charge.
So if there's water on the thing, then it'll know if there's a leak?
Yes,
Is that
because the water will complete the circuit.
Ah,
It'll
gotcha.
close
Okay.
It will close the circuit with the positive things. Gotcha. Thank.
So how'd you guys come up with this idea?
Well, during our research, actually, research should talk about this.
Okay, so basically, we came up with this. We had everybody was researching different problems they knew of, and then we found this one, and about leaking pipes and how much water is actually lost through leaks in a house. Through leaks in everything, about 1 trillion gallons of water is wasted each year in just America.
Just the
So-
U.S.
Wow.
So,
And then
basically, through that, we decided that a major portion of this is leaks through pipes, and we wanted to save this water and keep mold from growing, because that can cause death. So we've learned, Elliot did a little bit of research and figured out that we could wrap the copper around this and hook up a Raspberry Pi and do this. So.
Did you talk to anybody about
Yes.
this?
No.
One of the experts that I personally talked to is actually on this old house. He's the plumber from Rich Trithui. And he said our idea was actually very innovative.
innovative.
Can't speak to that. And yeah, we emailed him a couple times, and he said he'd like to learn more, so I emailed him our actual project, and yeah, he thought it was pretty cool.
And then another one is Jim Nelson. He's someone that we contacted, and I actually called him, and he gave us ideas for like a marketing analysis, and that is.
Pretty sure it's here. Wait, no.
Nope, it's right here, and basically he said like different sale options that people would want to do.
You want to read some of that? Maybe you want to go around.
Oh, we have it right here.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that Jim Nelson helped us with.
And it's my friend's dad. He is an electrician and he does some plumbing. And his name is Mr. Green.
Mark.
Mark.
He is right there.
He's right here.
And
Also, I have, my dad works at the Monroe County Water Authority, so we got him as an expert, and he helped a lot of research with like how much water they sell to the different counties, and you know, like he got us a tour at one of the water treatment plants, so we did that on Friday.
Do you have anything to say? Anyone have anything to say?
Everybody did research, so we had, she was our research captain, so every week we would talk about what problems in the meeting, and then we would discuss, and people would volunteer on what they were going to research, and everybody researched multiple different things, and then she would put it in our binder, which is right there. Everybody, I mean, we can all go through and say something we researched.
Well, one of the things I want to say before that is, because I know we're a little tight in time, is that's an electronic Raspberry Pi. We have a real one back in our pits
Yes,
for the judges.
that you guys can eat if
Literally
you want.
for the judges, because we really appreciate you guys coming out. So
I really liked the judges we had this year.
They've been really sweet.
So,
You guys.
and then,
So yeah, I researched the irrigation system in Israel because they don't have a lot of water. But one of my problems with it is they already use it partially in the U.S. and it costs a lot of money to change to that, so I thought it wasn't exactly the best idea.
yeah.
I researched how Americans waste 1 trillion gallons of water a year.
I researched what causes leaking pipes.
And I researched automatic water shutoff, which we found out is an actual thing, but it can be used with our product.
Yeah, so there are things like similar, kind of, they have little things that you can put down that will on the floor that will sense if there's water on the floor. Not the same idea, but it's still good. That's actually kind of how we got the idea of making a leak sensing pipe. And there's, I think this is kind of gross, but there is a method that for ground pipes that you can run as thing through your pipes, and if there's a hole, it'll plug it with like little particles. I would not want to drink that water, but.
All right, well, thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Love the idea, love your
Yeah,
project.
fantastic
Great
job,
job.
guys. And
Thank
I-
you.
The farmers.
Yeah, that was great. That was really
That was
good.
fantastic.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Water boy.
Thank you.
And see,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.